Good evening, students. Good evening. Welcome to the last class of the AI summer camp. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is the last class of the AI summer camp. Are you all excited? All right, let's start. We're at the day 10. A lot of stuff has happened. And yes, we have two quizzes today. We will have two quizzes, so I hope that you take all of your notes. For any issues that are still not resolved, you can reach out to us. Divyansh is saying, I wish this camp would exist forever. Thank you so much. Yes, all the videos will be there for 1 year. All the daily assignments will also be shown on the website. So, folks, please make sure that you have your questions written down. A Google form will be shared at the very end. And on this final day of our AI summer camp for kids, we will revise everything that we have learned so far. In the first half of the session, we will revise all the lessons we had learned from the first 4 days. Then we'll have a quiz. Then we'll have a break. And then in the second half, we will revise the next 5 days of lessons. Now, the most exciting part is we will have two quizzes today. But before I move ahead, there is a very important announcement. There have been some students who are getting issues with Lovable last night. Lovable had a global outage problem, which means a lot of students were not able to use Lovable on their systems. A lot of you were not able to figure out how to use Lovable. Now, to make this entire process fair, we have extended the deadline for the main project as well. We have extended the deadline for the main project because Lovable was not working yesterday for a lot of students. Now, if you have submitted your main project before, you are allowed to further tweak it and further improve it till Sunday 11:59 p.m. Indian Standard Time. You are further allowed to improve your submission, your website, your Loom video, anything that you want to fix. You can resubmit and we will consider the last submission you have on the Google form. So the main project has now an extended deadline till Sunday 11:59 p.m. Indian Standard Time. You can repost a new website, you can do whatever you want. You just have to make sure that the final submission is happening before Sunday 11:59 p.m. So, I will give you today's daily assignment as well. But before that, let's revise what we did on day one. Now, please remember that it is mandatory for you to complete today's daily assignment. Today will be the last daily assignment of the AI summer camp, and the deadline for all of these daily assignments is going to be Sunday 11:59 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The deadline for your final project and the daily assignments is the same. Sunday 11:59 p.m. IST. The winner's ceremony will happen on June 17th. The winners will be announced on June 17th, 6 to 8 p.m. The link will be shared to you on your registered email and your WhatsApp. If you have sent any wrong assignments, you can resubmit it as well. There is no marks being cut if your face is not visible in the loom. So, let's start with day one revision. Let me know in the chat if you remember what we did on day one. Can you tell me in the chat what all did we learn on day one? So, a lot of you are saying Chat GPT, but apart from Chat GPT, what all did we learn? What all did we learn in Chat GPT? So, we first understood the basics of artificial intelligence. We understood that AI is not just ChatGPT and ChatGPT is not AI. I showed you a Venn diagram that explained you the different branches of artificial intelligence. We understood that AI is not new, that AI is not just ChatGPT. AI has been in the game since 1950s, ever since we saw Alan Turing's research. And AI has multiple different branches. And one of those branches was machine learning. Now, machine learning helps a computer learn from data and predict what will happen next. And it creates these algorithms that try to analyze numbers and make predictions. So, when you open YouTube, when you open your Netflix, and when you try to get a recommendation, all of those recommendations are through machine learning algorithms. After machine learning, we understood deep learning. And deep learning helps you create neural networks. Even our human brain has neural networks inside of it that help you communicate messages across the brain. Deep learning uses artificial neural networks to figure out complex patterns in data. So when you open up your phone and use Face ID or Face Unlock, you are essentially using deep learning algorithms. Now, deep learning has multiple outcomes, and one of them is generative AI. And Gen AI are models that can create content of all kinds. And every app that we covered in this course taught you Gen AI tools. So the first tool we actually learned was ChatGPT by OpenAI. And we understood the importance of not uploading your own personal information on AI and always using AI for the first draft. And if you're using the paid version, then switching off the memory setting. I also taught you how you can make your own Pokemon cards. We also took an example where we took a piece of paper and we sketched something and we asked ChatGPT to convert it into a 3D render. I also showed how you can take your pictures and create avatars out of it. We also saw some pretty looking icons. And there were many examples of how ChatGPT can create amazing images as well. Then we understood large language models. How many of you remember large language models? Anirudh remembers. Anandita Kashyap also remembers. In fact, Anandita has sent a proper answer as well. Amazing. So LLMs are a type of AI model that has been trained to understand and generate human-like language. We also understood that ChatGPT is not the AI. ChatGPT is the name of the website. And using ChatGPT, you access AI LLMs like GPT-4o. Similarly, Gemini is the name of the app. And 2.5 Flash is the LLM model that we use. We also understood that you should never blindly accept what AI gives you. And you should always ask for two options and then validate them and then build on top of them. Most people think that AI is a shortcut, whereas in reality, it's like a friendly assistant that might help you here and there. Instead of using AI for your last draft, you need to use AI for your first draft. Instead of typing your prompts, you can always use voice for your prompts. In fact, we also did a video calling demo. How many of you remember the video calling demo? For me, the video calling demo has been the favorite demo. So yes, instead of just uploading pictures, you can always video call ChatGPT as well. Then we learned the 4-part checklist for writing a great prompt. Can all of you write down the 4-part checklist? I want to check if you remember it. I want all of you to write the 4-part checklist in the chat together, not as one by one messages. So I think most of you do remember. We first had assigning a role. Then we set the context and define the task, which means who you are and what do you want to achieve. Then we set constraints. Then we set the expectations. And then we covered a variety of different use cases. Whether it was preparing for your exams, understanding a book, or even researching about a new topic. So from day one, we understood the basics of AI, basics of LLM, and their uses. Then I showed you some important settings in ChatGPT for privacy. Then we saw how you can create and plan your studies using ChatGPT. Then I had given you some call to actions that start using ChatGPT to improve your pattern finding between documents and images and other kinds of data. And be hands on with all the AI tools that we discuss. And then build the habit of writing and reading, because that will help you improve your vocabulary. And with a better vocabulary, you will be able to